Let's do it again.
It's probably what messed us up the first time.
Nah, man. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
And coming to you from probably somewhere in Mississippi, just guys talking about sports stuff. Ray and Rodney, or Rodney and Ray, whatever. It's the R&R show.
Yeah, we trying it again, y'all. We're trying it again. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? I know I'm
Hey,
lagging.
yo! Come on, Coop.
What up? What up, Coop? What's going on? I'm frozen.
Nope. You right.
All right. Good, good, good. What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? This is the R&R Show 2.0 for the week. We done tried one time. We're going to try it again. Hopefully we can make it out with any technical difficulties. I know I got a little lag going on, but if I ain't echoing, I can deal with the lag.
It's all good.
Oh, yeah, it's all good. Tell your mama then we back up in here again. And if they
Tell Daddy, come on, dude.
tell them come on in, tell them come on in.
Let's go. We ain't
Trying to go with what we got.
we trying to do
What up,
nothing
Ed?
today. Come on, Ed. Coop, what's good? Look here. We had some technical difficulties last week. That's why the title of this show is "Technical Difficulties is the Devil."
The devil, I say.
Oh, you done caught all the way up now, bro.
Oh, have a. Oh, hell. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We can get away business good then.
I need to put that church intro on next time.
But that's what we need.
Oh Lord. Look, man, when we was interrupted day before yesterday, Tuesday, we had just got into the NBA finals, well, NBA playoffs actually. The whole
What up, champ?
up and down and inconsistencies. What up, champ? Yeah, we back. The whole up and down and inconsistencies of play, especially out of the Eastern Conference, and we saw a little bit of it in the West, but not as bad as the East. Now, I know you came back and said, the refs have a lot to do with it, and I totally agree. The refs do have a lot to do with it. They messing up the flow of the game. They calling stuff that could be checked after the play. They interrupting plays, and a lot of it they're not letting them play. And it's really, it's really showing up. It's showing its head, and it's ugly. But refs don't miss shots, and refs don't cause turnovers. And that's been a big thing throughout the playoffs, especially for Boston. Boston turnovers been sky high. Now last night, they flipped it on.
They were still kind of high last night, but they prevailed over that.
But you know what? They wanted it more last night to me. It seemed like they was a little bit hungry, and they weren't just gonna settle for, oh no, we missed it, let's get the rebound and come back. Oh, we did this. They seemed like they went after rebounds a little harder. They went after the loose balls a little harder. It seemed like they played defense a little harder last night. It seemed like they was turning up a little bit more than Golden State was, to me, just from what I saw. Like, if everybody played like Draymond, I believe Golden State would won. Attitude-wise.
If everybody played like who?
Like Draymond.
When? Last night?
Yeah.
No. That's where I stopped. That's where I have to disagree with you. If everybody played like Draymond, they would have lost by 50 last night. Even attitude wise, because it seems like to me last night he was more concerned about getting under everybody's skin than playing basketball last night. at the end of the day, you have to play basketball. I understand getting under your opponent's skin and everything, the antics and all this kind of stuff is part of the game, but the ultimate part of the game is one team score more points than the other. And he did nothing last night to help that. He scored 2 points last. He had more fouls than he did points last night. And the way he played last night was unacceptable. After the post game last night, when they asked him, how do you feel like you played? They told him, when he told them, like sugar, honey, iced tea. And he was correct. He did not show up to play last night. Now, as far as Boston goes, I got to give it to Boston. Boston did what they should have done last night, and that was take game 1 at home. Yes, I picked Golden State, because I picked Golden State. But
they bring down the business. And I had, the scales were pretty much even as to who was going to win last night. I mean, you could look at the sports books. You could talk to anybody walking on the street, and I guarantee you have asked 100 people, you would have got a 50-50 answer all the way down the block, because it was just that close. I just don't understand how this Boston team hadn't been there the whole time, hadn't been this way the entire playoffs. That's what's really getting me. It's like, why can't you be this way all the time?
But hold up though, Rodney. But you're a little premature on that question. You have to wait till game 4 comes, because there's not enough in these finals to claim consistency. But yes, they took game 1, and then they lost game 2 in a blowout. And then they came back first game at home and played like they were supposed to play. Now, one time I thought they was going to give it up when Golden State came back from 18 to take the lead in the third.
Yep.
Now, I got to give it to you when you said that it seems like last night Boston wanted it more. I can go with you there, because rebounded, Boston killed Golden State on the boards big time.
Yeah.
When it comes to rebounds, I call rebound a hustle stat. That's something that you gotta want. I like what Chanton said. Draymond is Dennis Rodman without the great rebounding. Dennis Rodman wanted rebound, but hold on, I'm gonna tell you something else. I'm adding to your point about them wanting it. The 50-50 ball, when the ball was loose and everybody just. Boston won all the 50-50 balls. That's another hustle stat. You have to want these things. Golden State, they tried to finesse themselves to a win. I blame Draymond Green. I blame Draymond Green for his lackluster play last night. I blame Steve Kerr for his coaching and adjustment. Okay, you running the pick and roll at the top of the key for Steph. Okay, well, so what are you going to do when they start stepping up? Whenever they pick, what are you going to do? He never changed. He never changed personnel. Like he should have went deeper into his bench, because he got others on his bench that can play defense and is bigger and do it right and can shoot. So
look, the thing though, when they were seeing that they was getting out rebounded, why you still running a small lineup? Why do you not put big men in there just to do that? Because that's what came out to me. Like, I mean, Draymond is not the tallest defenders, but hold up. When you said when they started adjusting on that pick and roll, and he had to kind of get rid of it, or he had to do something else, you need somebody to go down low off the pick and roll. When they pick and roll, nobody shot to the basket. They shot to the side.
No. Actually, Rodney, they wasn't picking. Actually, they wasn't picking the roll. They were just setting a pick. Period. Right. Nobody was moving.
There was no movement off of that, and then while you getting out rebounded, because you ain't put nobody down there to get rebounds, you just gave that up. I think they just got to the point where, look, man, if you don't get it, you don't get it. We just got to play defense. But you got the wrong people in there to play that type of ball. Boston went big last night, and it helped out, because all they did was kick out rebound, get second chance point, rebound, kick it out to the open man, rebound, find whoever's coming ball, find a ball handler, and let them make plays. Golden State did not adjust well, and the rebound numbers, that was the thing that did it. Like you said last night, they ain't rebounding for nothing, not when they needed it, and it showed and it killed.
But that's what Golden State didn't do. Now I'm gonna tell you about what Boston did do, because we can fight all day about did Golden State lose the game or did Boston win the game. Now all I can do is tell you what Golden State didn't do, but now I'm gonna tell you what Boston did do. To me, the key of the game last night, one of the biggest pieces of the game last night was Robert Williams. Robert Williams was a force to be reckoned with last night, offensively and defensively.
Yep.
Man, he was killing the offensive board, going back to rebounding. He was killing it on the glass offensively. And if you thought they kept going in there with these little weak layups, like Robert Williams wasn't even in the block. Man, he was slinging that stuff left and right. He was anchoring the block. Last night. I'm saying to myself, do you not see this guy? Now, I got to give it to Marcus Smart. Marcus Smart, once again, he stepped up and was the key offensively. I think he had like 24, 26 points or something like that. He stepped up. He hit the shots that counted last night. They was leaving him open. He knocked it down. And of course, you had JT and JB. They're going to do what they do. Both of them showed up on the same page offensively, and they did their thing. And one thing that really is hurting Golden State right now is when Boston's one of the very few teams that can go man-to-man all the way across the board. And I got to give it to them. They big, they long, they physical, and they can move. I got to give it to their defense. They're pretty good. They can play man-to-man the whole game if they want to. But that's what Boston did to pretty much put this game out of reach. Now, I am anxious to see adjustments in Game 4. Game 4 is going to be pivotal for both of them, actually, because you can take this. If Golden State take Game 4 and go back home 2-2, that means they're back in the driver's seat.
Yep.
They reclaim home court advantage. Now, if Golden State don't win this series, just like I said about Game 2, if Golden State didn't win, it is over. It's over.
What's the point? Now, this is the thing that kind of got a question for me that got answered last night.
What about
Golden State? It was whether or not Clay was going to show up, because Clay ain't really been the Clay that we know.
Exactly.
And last night, he showed
glimpses. He showed up. No. He didn't show glimpses. He showed up.
You could tell his confidence, and when he started making them shots, he just said, "Hey man, let's ride, let's go." The only thing was the momentum and the play and the plays that we just discussed, or how the reason why they was back there and why they couldn't get up there and stay up there. All that stuff just kept draining them out. He was like, at one point I looked at him, he's like, he can't do no more. Like, he hitting everything I'm giving him. He hitting threes, he hitting runners, he hitting layup.
But guess what? Yes, he was doing what he was supposed to do, and that's the Clay that we were looking. That's the Clay we were looking for. But guess who didn't show up? Wiggins didn't show up like he usually do, and I haven't seen Jordan Poole in the playoffs yet. Okay, yeah, he hit that half court shot at the end of the third quarter of the last game, but Jordan Poole hasn't been the Jordan Poole he was during the regular season. He has not showed up in the playoffs.
A lot of people slept on him. He didn't have an inconsistent playoff run too. He didn't have a real but when he had the good one, everybody kind of like, oh man, Jordan Poole's doing it. I'm like, brother, y'all not see Jordan Poole the last 2 games? Like, I don't think y'all understand. Like, that's one of the reasons, if Ja hadn't got hurt, that Memphis would have beat them.
No. I do not agree with that.
You're not 100%. But if Ja, look, tell me this. If Ja hadn't got hurt and the old boy hadn't got hurt toward the end, you think Memphis would have lost that series still?
Yep, I do. No. I really do. Yes, I can. I do. I really do. Answer this. Okay. Ja didn't play what, the last 2 games of that series that ultimately ended it.
He missed 2.5. 2. I know he was hurt the last. I think it was the last.
We're just gonna say the last 2 games. That series went what? So that series went 6, right?
Yeah.
So they lost 4-2. So that means 2 of those games that they did win, Ja was playing.
Yeah.
Okay. So just saying. I can't go out there and say if Ja was playing, they would have beat them. I'm not going. I can't go with that. Ja is a closer. Ja is a closer. True. But
in one of them games, they had no closer, and you said yourself about Ja. That's the dude. That's that dude. He's about to be that dude. He was closing out the games. All right. Now I disagree with you to a point, and then when it happened where he wasn't there, I was like, you got to see it. Like that's what happened. Ja was not there to close out one of those pivotal games, and it wasn't the last game they lost. It was the game before that, and it was just like, man, this dude had a finger. They would have closed this game out. The game after that, I was hurt, and then you had the other guy. I forget his name. He was not 100. And I think that, it kind of took away from him. Dude, I'm telling you, it would have went 7. It would have went 7. And it may be a coin flip at that point, but I really do lean toward Memphis winning that series.
All right. Okay. We disagree. Okay. We're going to ask all 5 viewers that are on right now. All 5 viewers, I'm talking about all 500, all 5 of our viewers that are on right now. Do you think? It just went down to 4. All 4 of our viewers that's on right now. Do you think Memphis would have won this series if Ja was healthy? I want to know from you guys. Do you think Barry, Ant, Rob? Let me know. Do y'all think Memphis would have beat them? That's all I want to know. That's all I want to know.
We got to see. And say Memphis is the new Sacramento King. Anthony Davis, come on, bro. And said no. Okay, that's 50% right so far. 50%. The other 2 ain't answered.
Hold up. Now, Tony didn't answer the question. Tony didn't answer the question. He said they're the new Sacramento King. I want to know what they would have beat Golden State. That's what I want to know.
I mean,
you gotta go to State at home. That's a no from Robert Brown. I'm just saying. I honestly don't think. And then still, Ja still going to Twitter and social media. Yeah, this week still talking noise about. Yeah, I would have beat them. Dude, just get healthy. All right, just get healthy. You get your shot again next season.
I mean, you have to count the fact that he was a big difference maker, and not having him there, you still gotta kind of get at the push.
Of course, he was a big factor, but I still think they would have lost. But guess what? This conversation is not about Memphis and Golden State. It's not. It's about Golden State and Boston. Now, I want to ask you, what do Golden State have to do in Game 4 in order to steal home court advantage Friday night?
Golden State has to, one, they got to be more aggressive. I mean, they got to be more aggressive, and they got to utilize the tools they have. You got these big dudes, and you want to just shoot threes, or you want to shoot outside shots all day. You're not utilizing everybody. Wiggins can shoot outside, but he can shoot down low too. You see what I'm saying? Mid range.
Yep.
They did not use that enough, and they got to get everybody involved. I don't think they had a lot of times in the game last night. They sat back and they just watched Clay shoot. It's like, dude, he's hot, but other people can get hot at the same time. We've seen Golden State where 4 people are hot on the floor, and they didn't get enough people involved, and they didn't try to make it to where they were just waiting on one guy to just take over. Like when Steph took over and started hitting shots in the third quarter. Nobody else really just said, hey, let's get it, let's push it, let's go. They kind of just sat back and watched him do his thing.
Not only that, I'm gonna say this right here. With Steph, I mean, when Steph started hitting and bringing them back and whatnot, sometimes you have to go with your hot hand. and sit back and let him do his thing. Sometimes you got to do that. But I'm gonna tell you like this right here. They can make a big stop. Look, they can hit a big shot, cause a turnover, and be on a fast break. And in the midst of that fast break, they turn the ball over. That right there, a lot. Because those things right there kills the momentum. Those kills the momentum. You know what I'm saying? It's like in football, you driving down the field, and then you get a false start. And then the next play you get a holding call. That kills the momentum. That was a drive killer. And that right there, that was a momentum killer for them. I saw them do that over and over and over again. I saw a couple times on a fast break, they had numbers and turned the ball over. That shouldn't happen. That should not happen. What a Riley.
He went there for the intro.
Well, I tell you what. Go after this over, rewind this track right here and pitch him off.
What up, D? Oh man. But look, okay, that D wasn't there compared to the regular season. But to be honest, their D is kind of suspect anyway. They can keep up with a lot of people scoring, but Golden State defense is not like top-notch defense. They got Draymond, and they got Wiggins every once in a while, but who else is really contributing to defensive presence consistently on that team? Because Clay lost a step. He can kill.
No. It ain't that Clay lost a step. Clay still don't have his legs, man.
That's what I remember. So if I'm just saying he's not. Well, I say lost a step, but I'm just saying, you know, we know what his reason is. Let's put it like that. We know what his reason is. All right. So it's not the fact that, you know, well, you know, no, they're not having enough people do defense. They're not consistently defensive minded like that outside of them three. So you kind of got to go with, hey, they're not gonna play great defense, but they need some.
Hey, can I address something right quick?
Go.
I want you to put Robert Brown's response up when he said, "Bottom line is." Dude, that is not the bottom line. And I'm going to tell you where you're wrong. And I'm going to tell you where I'm wrong. Tony Anthony Douglas from Columbus, Mississippi. Yes, you're about to hear me say. You're about to hear me say something. I know we were texting during the game the other night, but you're about to hear me contradict myself. And I'm about to tell you, dog, you was right the other night. He said, the bottom line, Boston front court and Williams brothers are playing better than Golden State Warriors, Draymond and Looney. I disagree with the Looney part. I really, really do. Looney had a bad game last night. But game 1, 2, and 3, I got to give it to Looney. He balled out. I balled out. I text Tony. I told Tony, Looney is the weakest link on that court when it comes to offense. And it's like when I said that, dude would put up 18 points. Another game, he put up 22 points. And he was killing them on the glass. I'm just saying. Draymond, yes. Draymond is getting out of play. Looney, he just had a bad game last night. Just like Tatum had a bad game 1 and 2. Looney had a bad game last night. I'm just saying. Collectively, I still stick with what I said. Robert Brown, I said what I said.
Robert, you got a point there too, bro. They can't get in transition because they're already taking the ball out. Golden State is known for slipping up on you and making something out of nothing when they get that ball on what it is, on turnovers or, you know, missed passes, interceptions, those kind of things. But last night, when they got those, like Ray said, when they got a chance to run a gun, it's a bad pass. It goes out of bounds. It gets to the wrong person. Or it's intercepted back again. That stuff is really frustrating when you on a run or you getting no run.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, Riley. That's what I said right before you come on. That's exactly what I said.
We said that.
Kerr did not utilize his bench correctly to match the size. He did not. He did not.
It was like we rebounding over kids, bro. That's what it looked like. It's like me and you out there rebounding over 6 and 7 year olds.
And if Steve Kerr do not make the adjustments necessary, then Robert Williams gonna kill him again. Robert Williams is having a field day out there, and I don't fault him. And Tony, If you put one more eyeball up, I'm gonna block you.
He can't block you. He can't block you. I got to block him over here. But I will hide you, cool. I will.
Ant said something right there. Ant, you are so correct. That's what makes them easy to defend them one-on-one because of their length. They're bigger than a lot of people that they played in the playoffs. I'm talking about 1 through 5. They're long and they can move. That's why I said they can play defense very, very well one-on-one. If they get Steph, they want Steph to get in a dribbling contest. They want him to hold the ball and dribble, and wear himself out so they can take him back on defense and abuse him like they've been doing, taking him to the hole.
Hold up. Right. Look, this the deal. This the whole thing. It's not even about the scoring aspect at this point because we know who's going to score, all right? We know what weapons they have on offense to score. The biggest thing is, if you're going to do this, if you're going to watch them out-rebound you and not make these transitions, you need to match body for body. I don't care who it is. You go get Looney, you put somebody big on somebody big. That's what was happening last night. They was getting killed on the board. And it wasn't even looking fair. I don't care who it is. I'm going to go get the dude that hold the broom at the end of practice. If he's tall enough, go down there and get some rebounds. That's all I want you to do. It's about coaching. I got to coach you to do what you got to do. He sat back and watched stuff happen last night. And that's not what good coaches do. That's always been the kink, to me, that's always been the kink in his armor, is he's always had the right tools, but sometimes he don't know how to use them correctly.
And I'm going to ask you, I wish Steve Kerr had answered that question for me. Who I would have put it? Who could he have gone to? Moses Moody, a big body, somebody long, big body. Oh, what's the white dude's name? I cannot pronounce his name for nothing. I'm gonna call his number. I think he's number 8. But Jekyll, whatever. I can't call his name for nothing. Him. He did make an appearance, but he did not get enough time. Those guys right there. Those some bodies that you can throw in there to match body for body. That's just me though. That's just me. I feel like he didn't go deep enough into his bench. Yes, I don't like it. But Moody should. I think Moody should see more playing time. But I tell you what, they never should have did. They never should have got rid of that Neanderthal. What's his name? He played for Phoenix now. What's his name? The caveman looking dude. Come on, man. Come on, I can't call his name right now. Center. He played center. He played with the Golden State. Come on now. Somebody can help me out, man. Well, anyway, go ahead on. I'll come back to it.
Oh, man.
There it is. JaVale McGee. That's his name. JaVale McGee. Right. I mean, y'all spelling his name in all kind of ways right now, but y'all got to put McGee. That's who they need. That's who they need right now. I would have did everything. Look, that's one person. I always disagree with them letting him get away. That's one person that I would have kept.
Oh yeah. Everywhere he go, he do his job.
Because and Tony, you know this. I'm not a big fan of Looney. I'm really not. I'm really not.
Yep, he never should have got rid of him. But look, man, we know what's up. I just want to get this out to you before we go to the next thing.
Okay, but look. Let me say this before we go to the next game. I want everybody to drop who y'all got in game 4. Drop it right now.
Who's drop it? Who's drop it? You drop who you got in game 4.
I got Golden State. Golden State. Look, Steve Kerr. I'm depending on you. Look, Draymond. Get your head out your butt and get it in the game, man. Get it in the game. Stop turning over the ball. I'm going to Golden State. They will not drop 2 back to back like that. They will not.
Ryder Brown. Tell me who to put my $5 on in the MGM app.
Barry, I already know who you got. What up, Stag?
All right, Robert, that's what I'm going with, baby. I'm dropping that $5 tomorrow. Good deal. That'll work. Hey, check this out. That was NBA. Let's jump into something real quick because This right here just threw me for a loop yesterday. Day before yesterday. So y'all know that Chang said the Warriors too. That's what I'm talking about. I think the Warriors.
Come on with it.
I've been dropped back to back.
And don't be no simp. Who you got?
Come on, right now. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I'm gonna bet it. I'm gonna bet it. All right, check this out. This dude say Warriors for lead profit. What? Sorry, we're not gonna do no conspiracy theory today, bro. Not today.
We ain't doing that. We don't do that here.
Bro, we don't do that here all the time. But look, check this out. So we all been watching football. We all can't wait to football get back. But it's one story that's trumping every other story in the offseason this year. It ain't about no money. It ain't about nothing except for girls and massages.
Girls, I do adore.
If you hadn't been
massages, even I'm on the floor.
Deshaun Watson news. All right, check this out. This is what I'm talking about right here. Check this out. We have
meat roll.
You finna get obsession, bro. Look, check this out. So Deshaun Watson, and I calculated it, right? I calculated this, and I was just dumbfounded. So we all know about the 24th lady came out and said, "Hey man, this happened to me too. I want to join the lawsuit." Blah. Whatever.
I'm sorry, man, but they killing me with these comments right now.
Shut up, Chad. And, look, listen to this. So, okay, Riley, it's up to 24. 24. It's 24 women in all right now, what they got. Now, they do have some that's off the record that's not want to come forward talking about, yeah, that happened to me, but I'm not trying to get in this lawsuit, blah. Yeah. So check this out.
New York Times.
No. That was before New York Times. That was before. Now, come to find out, there was a New York Times piece that dropped on Tuesday that has said that in a 17-month period, this dude that had 66 different massage therapists come give him massages, whether it be in his residence or it be in a hotel room provided by the Houston Texans.
The Houston Texans.
Now, you have to now it kind of come back. Now it kind of makes sense. 66 people in 17 months. You know how many that is a week, right? I calculated. There's one new girl every week. Every week. He got a different girl giving him a massage and getting chopsticks and crab and cheese and, and all that. But man, hell was killing me at the top. Look, man. Look. This thing right here, this dummy Watson, he had lifestyle. He should have had woman or two traveling him around, but he had to try to keep that presence of his natural regular life. He couldn't do that. He was trying to do all this on the slide. And the bad thing about it, Houston was helping him. They was helping him. They had some of these folks not non-disclosure waivers and all that kind of stuff.
Hold on, stop. Houston helping them. I wouldn't go as far as to say is that Houston was helping him. Houston didn't know that he was getting a happy ending, man. Come on. Or trying to get him in this.
Wait, look.
Come on, man. Don't say that Houston was helping him.
Houston enabled him. They had non-disclosure agreement signed. Why would they do that?
I'm going to start my comments off, man. I'm trying to be professional, man. I'm trying to be professional, man. Y'all on one tonight. Y'all on one.
I'm kind of with B. A little bit.
Trying to be the new Tiger Woods.
Hey, and this the point that I'm making, Ray. They definitely gave him the green light. Okay. They definitely said, "Hey, well, we get the room. Do what you want to do. We'll pay for this. Do what you want."
What up, Jamel?
I was when this first came out. I was at the point to be like, hey man, this a fix. This ain't real. Ain't nowhere in the world that this dude done did this. Right?
All right, come on.
Now I'm kind of like, oh man, this dude got a problem. Like this really
Man, that dude ain't got no problem. That dude ain't got no problem. No, he does not have a problem. He like women. And if he don't like women, he got a problem. I like women.
I'm telling.
I like women. Do that mean I got a problem? No.
But look, let me tell you something. The dude is addicted to whatever was happening. All right.
Now, he's not addicted. No, that's it. No. That goes back to a word called entitlement. This is something that Deshaun Watson is used to. Deshaun Watson is used to the world being laid at his feet. And that's women included. He's used to having his way. Hold up now, Ronnie. Listen to me now. Listen to me. He just didn't start this overnight. This is something that's always been going on.
No.
And if y'all haven't gone and read any of the detailed stories, I'm gonna be honest with you. Some of that sound consensual to me. I mean, even coming from the females. I ain't saying that they all, cause she was like, he bust all in my face. Come on, what you doing down there? And I mean, you know what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm saying? So
I get what you're saying.
This is something that Deshaun Watson always had women, even in college when he was at Clemson. I mean, come on, man.
But just because I smoke crack and I always had crack, don't make it not right. It's not right.
I didn't say it was right. I'm just saying. Let's not act. I'm just saying. Let's not act like he just started doing it. That's what I'm saying.
I'm not acting like he just started doing it because apparently you don't see roaches until you got problems. You know, roaches come out when you start problem. Now we see the roaches. Now we see the roaches. That's what I'm saying. The dude, look, we see the roaches. You see the roaches in daytime. This came out in daytime. You see a roach in daytime, you know y'all got a problem in your house. This is what just happened. The roaches came out on the freeway while we had company in the daytime. While the insurance man was over there. That's what happened. We cannot sit here and just keep saying, people are going to try to defend this dude. I ain't seen nobody step out yet to do it. But people are going to try to say, no, he don't. Like, no, you cannot. At this point, Cleveland are messed up. And I'm going to stick with that right now because it could change. But Cleveland are messed up because they signed something that they didn't know about. They didn't know about all the rest of this. Because they did, they wouldn't have. Believe me, they wouldn't have. That's why Houston wanted so much from them. Because they knew it was going to be something come out at the end to what they were going to have to be dealing with. That's why they wanted so much from them. Because if I hate you and you hate me, I'm going to get rid of you regardless to try to get what I can, not get everything. That's why Houston had that thing.
Look, if y'all keep on, I'm going to turn these comments off, man. I'm going to turn these comments off. But look. Willie said Deshaun needs counseling and a chaplain. True to both. Chatton said, I don't see nothing wrong with it. He just had a massage. And that's it. But hold on. No, my question is, Chatton, my cuz. Look, let me put this microphone down here. Cuz. I want to know, did any other thing in Nashville happened in Houston with Deshaun Watson? That's what I want to know. I plan on going to Houston pretty soon. Nashville pretty soon. I do.
Look at here. I'm going to tell you. Let me answer this question. I'm going to answer this question for Andy, for Tony from Columbus, Mr. Graham himself. Check this out. The reason they couldn't, or no, not that they couldn't, that they wouldn't.
The reason they did. Okay, would it is the word. Would it?
Is because the defense that they put together was so crappy, nobody in their right mind is going to say, this is what I'm going to use.
Yep.
So they said, man, you ain't got enough to make me want to pursue this. Okay? That's how bad the defense was. They put it together too fast and they let it happen too quick. If they go back, if they had went back and just said, we're going to do this the right way, instead of just trying to kill this man and defame him and take him down, we're going to do this the right way, I believe they would have got
They would have found they would have found him guilty. They would have found him guilty. Not only
you know what it looked like?
That, not only that though, Rodney, not only that, but the majority of the women stories was kind of sketchy and inconsistent. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but see, the defense looking at Amber Heard, and he went in there looking like Johnny Depp. That's basically what happened in them 2 counties. There was not enough for him to believe what was said against him consistently to say, hey, this is what happened. So now, when you get to the civil side and they got to go up out on depositions, it's gonna be bad for them. It's gonna be
real bad.
It's gonna be bad for them.
So I want to say this also. The Cleveland Browns. I'm happy. It's a win-win situation. Hey, did you get paid? Oh, all right, let me stop. Because one day I might get quick. Chen, look, Chen, if I have a chance to get famous from doing this show, and they go back and dig this particular show up and hear me say what I said, I'm faulting you for causing me a lot of money. Because you keep dragging me into this black hole with these comments.
Houston in this position and giving you ammo.
I see you told that. Whoa. But look, let me ask you this. Cleveland does not look good in this at all. They do not look good in this at all because they gave them all this money. Even though I know about what the criminal charges said, they said they did their own internal investigation, but apparently the owner and whoever else did not talk to any of these women. They didn't talk to any of these women that's posing these allegations upon Deshaun Watson and say that, okay, he come out. Oh, Lord have mercy. Survived Deshaun Watson. That's going to be the new 30 for 30. but this is what it tells me about Cleveland and a lot of the teams in the league. They do not care about the real issues at hand. All they care about is winning. It's winning. Point blank and period. These owners, these NFL teams are so inconsistent when it comes to morals and standing up for what's right till it's ridiculous. So, you getting that too? A black Nissan. Okay, it's emergency alert extreme. I'm sorry. Where's Newton County? I don't know where Newton County is. But anyway, the NFL. I'm gonna just say the NFL in general is so inconsistent with handling cases like this. I'm gonna show you the inconsistency with this. Okay, we already had the criminal trial. Why is it taking so long for the NFL to do something? Because this is a conduct code policy or whatever that's being broken with Deshaun Watson. Why is it taking them so long to come out and say, hey, look, you need to get this, you need to get this? Why is it taking so long? The NFL, you know what the NFL remind me of? The NFL remind me of the NCAA with their inconsistency of handling situations like this. But they quick to blackball somebody like Kaepernick for bringing attention to what's going on to black people in the streets, but then turn right around and have them to paint it in the end zone, the same thing Kaepernick was saying. You see what I'm saying? This is how inconsistent the NFL is.
That's why most NFL players are going for what they can get as opposed to what's right. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, hey man, I know this dude ain't crap, but I'm gonna get all his money. Or hey man, I know the dude trying to dog me out. That's why I'm trying to get all his money. Because they know for a fact that the NFL don't care about them or their past or what they did. Ask Greg Hardy when he was in Dallas. Everybody knew Greg Hardy was a cokehead, was a woman abuser, was a woman beater.
Was it? No, hold on. Let's hold up with that woman abuser part, because was he ever found guilty of the woman abusing part? It was always drugs with him. He got suspended for drugs. He
got in trouble for it. Look, the dude got arrested for it. Let me put it like that. He got arrested for it, and they had video and pictures out. Chan was there. Chan said he was. It was out there, dude. It was nothing new. Okay, so they just said, "Hey, the point is, we're gonna still let him play because we need him to do what we want to do."
Gotcha. You know what? You're right. You're right. Because I remember the deal with him throwing in the bathtub, the gun deal, and all this kind of stuff. I forgot about that. Yeah.
They don't need anything else to pop off before they got enough. Believe me, the NFL has former FBI agents working for them. They got in every major city that they have a team in, they have agents and people watching stuff. You can go back and listen to any podcast where anybody what's the dude name? Pac-Man Jones. Go listen to his podcast on I Am Athlete. And he will tell you, hey dude, hey man, he had a meeting with the commissioner. Dude said, hey man, you kind of got in late last night, didn't you? He said, what you mean?
Yep.
He said, you didn't come from such. He's like,
what up, Ken Trail?
To me like this. So you have to be that guy that's just saying, hey, we ain't worried about that. Can the dude run the 40? Can he make tackles? Can he pass the ball? Can he run it? We gonna pay him. Because they don't care. The moral needle is gone. There's no moral needle because there's good and bad. The good is what you see on commercials. The bad is what happens behind the scenes. And we all know that.
Okay, cool. All right. We went through all of that. Now, thank you, Robert Brown, for bringing me to what I really want to know. And I want y'all put Robert Brown's question up. And I want everybody else to put their answer up. What do you guys think the punishment will be? I think the punishment will be at least 1 year suspension from the league, from playing. I do. Even though he didn't play a whole year because of this. They're going to give him 1 year. Because the thing that everybody keeps bringing up, I can't think of from that baseball.
Huh? That's why he didn't play. That's not why he didn't play.
Why didn't he play?
He didn't play because him and Houston was at odds about him being traded. He was being set intentionally because he didn't get in trouble until later on. From beginning of last year, he was already at odds with Houston to trade him. Remember, he held out of camp. And then when he came to camp,
I stand corrected. I stand corrected.
This stuff right here came out during and after toward the end of the season. That's why. He ain't never been in trouble. He ain't been in trouble yet.
Okay.
This is what's going to come. This is why he can't be suspended.
But I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Barry said, Chet said 1 year. Josh said 1 year. Tony said a half a year. Barry said suspension and a pay cut if found guilty. I doubt if they take that pay cut. If the only way they can cut his pay, because his contract gave him full guaranteed money. The only way they cut that money if there's a clause in there that says something about
Let me tell you what Cleveland did. The reason that this all went through and everybody was good with it. Cleveland only paying this man $1 million this upcoming season for the year because they anticipated him being suspended. So they said, we only gonna pay you $1 million up front. We're gonna pay you $1 million this year so that whatever you miss ain't gonna affect you after this season. So Cleveland did that just so that he could say, hey man, let that deal go through. Because he knew he was gonna have to spend some time and he was gonna lose the least amount of money his first year. After that, he get paid out the ramp. So Cleveland did that. Y'all gotta pay attention to that kind of stuff because that's what makes the difference in these contracts and what happens. He only gonna lose $1 million a year if he gets suspended for a year. And the NFL is dragging their feet because they want to see what happens as the depositions go on and everything else going on. He probably gonna end up playing the first game.
No. I want to answer that question that you put up from Chanton. No. I'm gonna say no to Chanton Simply because put that question up about that chat and post it. I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no simply because Baker Mayfield don't want to play for them anymore. Simply because they entertained Watson. Even before they even signed him, he was like, "I holler at y'all." Baker Mayfield is done. He's done.
He done.
He's done. He will not play another down for Cleveland again. I understand what people be saying. Get out there, get your shoulder together. See, his shoulder was bummed out in the second week of the season, which a lot of people didn't know. That dude played the whole season hurt. Is that an excuse for him playing trash? Yes. Some may say no, because I did see some passes where he just handed the ball off to a defender that was right there in his face. There's no excuse. Your shoulder ain't got nothing to do with that. But I will say this right here. Do I blame him for sitting out, which he is going to do, if they don't trade him? No, I don't. I really don't. I really don't.
Tony, let me tell you why this won't happen. Let me tell you why this won't happen. Because wherever he goes, they got to pay his salary this year. That's the only reason Baker ain't been traded. Because nobody's saying, I'm going to pay him for your mess up. There's people that want him, but they're not going to pay him. So they said, we'll take him if you pay him. And Cleveland not going to do that. So Baker will sit until they figure out a good trade partner because, in the NFL, backup quarterbacks, you need them. And then when you got one that go down for real, you're going to have to pay for them. Well, at that point, somebody going to pay for them. But right now, while everything's selling in place, ain't nobody finna pay for Baker. Baker finna sit there and read all day.
Hey, Willie Petty, look here. Don't nobody want to go to Atlanta because Atlanta is the new Cleveland Browns.
Well,
I'm just saying.
Well, look, man.
What's that? Hold up. What's so exciting about Atlanta besides what's that strip club?
Hey man, with that, we finna be out. We got our
Hey, on our way out, I just want to say this right here. While we on our way out. The PGA is on notice. They some busters for suspending all those 13 players for joining the LIB. The LIB gonna take over the PGA, and I'm gonna also say, Jack Del Rio, he a buster because what he said, he can throw to the D-ball. Hey man, go on in this show. We out.
Baby. Chatting with you, my boy.
If y'all don't, hey Tonyo, come on in right quick. Come on, Tonyo.
Until next time, thanks for tuning in to the R&R Show.
Hey, look here. If y'all going through the side, don't ask for no happy ending. If it happens, it just happens. Otherwise, you're going to end up like the Sean Watson. Thank y'all for tuning in. Love y'all. Thank y'all. We'll holler at y'all later. I don't know when we'll be back. Maybe running out in a birdhouse or something. Who knows?
Sit back and get up and have a country time.
Hey, y'all be good though. We out.
Like it ain't a crime. Way back in the Steels, where they still making moonshine. Welcome to the country. Welcome to the country.